Sometimes you're busy living your best life and you don't even realize that you are actually ministering through your life. Ubanele recently has been embracing more in being Ubanele compared to Mogellings. I mean, he has been giving us content since 2020 throughout the whole of COVID. He was like one of the content creators that we watched as South Africans. And recently, he has done a little bit of a change where he's been embracing more in being Ubanele compared to Mogellings. Now, if you know me, I'm obviously for it. I love the fact that he's embracing being more Ubanele. He's a very handsome young man, and I love the fact that he's changing and focusing more in being Ubanele compared to Mokelings. He's probably just living his best life and doing himself that he doesn't even realize that he's actually even ministering. There could be a young man out there who's probably the same age as him or someone who's younger than him. Now, I do not know Banele's sexual orientation. I do not know whether he's gay or not. I do not know whether Omugelingzi was a whole cosplay in order to just create content, that it wasn't really who he was. So I'm just focus on what I see instead of just assuming. Now we know the fact that he wore wigs and dresses, but he might not know that there is a kid out there who is probably is gay, or is probably made it seem like they are gay to people, to everyone around them. And they've been doing this for a very long time. And maybe currently they have been feeling like, I don't want to put on wigs anymore. I don't want to put on dresses anymore. And I want to be more of a guy. I don't want to be seen as a girl anymore. I want to be seen as a man, and I want to be respected as one. And even when he thinks about it, he's so scared to do the change because people in the community are going to say, "Hi, Bo, are you not a stubborn anymore?" And that might hold him back. It might hold him back because of the fear of what other people would say. And Ubanele, the fact that he's doing it publicly, number one, and he's just done a whole revamp, and he is dressing more like a guy, doing skits like a guy, everything else, that person out there might look at this and think to themselves, wow, if he can do it on a public platform, and even though people are writing stuff and saying whatever, but he doesn't care. He's just doing him, and that's what matters. And he has no clue that he is currently in somewhere or another ministering to a little boy or a boy his age, and that boy is not afraid in order to put down the wig and put away the dresses and embrace more in being a male. Sometimes we're busy living our lives that we don't understand that God is probably using us and as an example for somebody else, that God wants to work through them by using you. I do not know whether Ubanele is a Christian or whether he prays or whatever. I have no clue. But what I do know is that I'm loving the fact that he's concentrating on being more of a guy and being more of Ubanele and putting the wigs away and embracing, because he's so handsome that he's not hiding it away with the wigs and the dresses, but just embracing who he is. There's a lot of comment sections where people are mean and not really nice in the comment section, and obviously calling him back and saying things of like, oh, but you'll always be gay, or all these types of things. But I really appreciate the fact that it doesn't stop him, that he continues, and he continues to embrace in being Ubanele. And as you can see also in this video, I focused more in calling him Ubanele because I've noticed that that's what he's kind of pushing there. And the most amazing thing is that he's still getting the brand deals, he's still doing his content even after he has changed, even after he's not dressing like a girl anymore. He's still getting brand deals, he's still doing the content, he still gets a lot of views. So do not be afraid to do that change. Do not be afraid to change up your life. If something in you is telling you that you need to stop being a certain way, change it up, because you never know what type of ministry that you're doing by somebody just looking at your life. You have no clue. And I'm 100% for it. And if it is the fact that he started getting closer to God, he started praying more and changing his life and wanting to know God more, I'm 100% for that. And I hope and pray that he continues to embrace being this young, handsome man that he is, instead of being more of Mogirlings.